Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode. Today we're talking about Monster Infinite and the big news that this is going to be a low-cost entry game. We're not talking over $100 per egg. We're talking a lot less than that. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to be looking at all the updates that they've had in the past week, which is a lot. You know, they've created their own monster chain. We're going to talk a bit about that and how well that's gone. And then we're also going to look at some of the updates on what we can expect from the game, what we can expect from our monsters. Now, before we get into it, heads up, I am an ambassador for this project. I fully support it. I think it's got a lot of potential, and the community, the team are really, really strong. Both of them together, we've created a good game, I think, and being low cost entry, the community is just going to get bigger. Right, so currently, a recent tweet is that they've achieved something pretty big, which is 4th place below Cake and B&B in terms of volume on PancakeSwap. That's huge, $24 million of volume. Monster Infinite strives to be the #1 NFT game. Now, they've released multiple tweets, which you're going to go through. They've had a CEX listing on MEXC Global. Not a massive CEX, but still one that is going to add, you know, more options for people to be able to trade it. We have the monster pricing. So monster price will be dependent on STT, will depend on the money price on the 20th of October, 2021, 4 p.m. GMT. That's when they're going to be able to guarantee how much a monster will cost. The $10 to $15 price per monster cannot be guaranteed if money is purchased after the stated time and date. So what they mean by that is if the monster, the price of money goes up, you know, 2x, it's going to become, you know, $25 to $30. But at this point, that is what they are aiming to target for the sales of monsters. The number of Soulbond monsters that will be available on sale for the first batch will be announced on the 21st of October. And more kind of evidence of them doing really well is ranking on the top of hot pairs. The monster chain is now live, so this is now available. You can download it. If you haven't done this yet, it's very easy if you follow their Medium article. So they've always been very good about providing information and guides on how to do the things that they're going to release. You know, they release these things before they actually open them up to the masses. And you just got this really nice trailer of how to install the monster wallet, because it's not you know, you can't just go add on and find it. You do have to download a RAR file, and then you have to unzip that, and then you have to change it off development mode. There's loads of complicated things which I've never had to do before, but eventually you will end up with your wallet that looks like this, and you'll have your assets listed below, your account details. Now obviously keep all this information private to yourself, don't tell anybody it. Even if like a support contacts you, nobody will ever ask for your seed phrase. How to download it, then go as follows. They put all the links that you need there, and eventually you will end up with a wallet in your top right hand corner of your browser. Now, once you've got that, so if you have acquired an Inception monster, if you've been lucky enough to get one, so we did 2 Inception monster giveaways. Those people I've spoken to, and they have received their Inception monster, and they've now bridged it across so you will have to bridge it from your Binance Smart Chain wallet over to the Money Chain wallet, and once you've done that, it will appear like this in your wallet. So you'll see it there, Inception monster eggs, and we'll be able to hatch it tomorrow. So huge news going into tomorrow's weekly hot projects video. What I'm hoping is, if I get everything lined, everything nicely up, I should be able to include the Inception monster egg hatching in tomorrow's video. As long as everything goes to plan, we'll do that live in that video tomorrow, so look out for that. Then we have they've released just an article, a little infographic on why they have anti-cheats in it and how they will work. So they'll prevent bots from farming STT, prevent STT value inflation due to potential bots, Bots reduce in-game spending of STT, which can disrupt the natural economic growth of the game. So really important that they have anti-cheat systems, because they you know, how much do you see them get abused in every game? How much do you see multiple wallets being set up and things being set on autopilot with auto clickers? You know, their match 3 puzzles at the end of every PvP round not only creates a more competitive environment, because you can use that to be able to do more damage, but it also acts as an anti-bot system. You can't keep predictive clicker like, you know, games like Cryptoblade. You could probably set up to click it and then for yourself. You could set up Bomb Crypto. You could set up to skip the maps. Things like that can get abused by bots. DPET, my D5 pet, that's one that gets abused from the beginning. Was people were using auto clickers to just farm every 15 seconds, I think 50 seconds, for them to get the best output in terms of food. And this prevents that. It makes it fair for everybody. It means that you're not going to be against people who are basically playing 24/7, because, you know, you got to sleep, and the only way you're going to be able to do 24/7 is if you have a bot. Gameplay replays will be collected for research on further methods to improve the game application as well as to revise common human gestures to differentiate bot accounts from actual users. So keep that in mind. If you are a bot and you find some way of doing it, there's no point, because eventually they'll probably find you and you'll lose all that progress that you put into the game. The PvE will also be varied to slay the inspired concept of different routes selected by the players, and there are also different enemies and Jalaka bosses in PvE, which increase the variation of the gameplay. Next, we've got this timeline, which is really cool. This tells us everything that they've already achieved and what they're looking to plan for these dates. So we've already had the Monsta wallet on target, Inception Monsta egg distribution in Binance Smart Chain, that was done. Bridging the Inception Monsta ERC egg and money token to Monsta Chain, done. And then tomorrow at UTC +0, so I'm UTC +1, so at 3 o'clock it would be UTC +1. I always get confused with times, whether that's 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock for me. I think it's 3 o'clock for me. So at 2 o'clock for them, I'm UTC +1, it's 3 o'clock for me. Yeah, right. So at 3 o'clock, I should be able to just about fit that into the weekly project. We'll aim for a 6 p.m. release. Then we have, on the 22nd, Money STT liquidity pool will be launched. So you will need STT as part of the currency in the game. So this is really going to be big, because having these liquidity pools, they do mean that the price remains more stable for money, because people invest it into that pool. We'll have the sale of Chrono Zero and Soul Bond monsters on the 22nd as well at the same time. So coming up on Friday next week, we'll be able to do that. So look out again for a video on that. I'll have my Inception Monster, but I'm looking for some more. We're going to be doing some pulls. If it is $10 to $15, I'm probably going to put about $1,000, I think, into it. See if we can get some rares. I think they have like the chances of getting extra armor on them. I think there's 6 hexagon. No, that's 5. 6 pentagon, pentuple. The odds are ridiculously low. We'll be aiming for that. They've put some stats on monster stats and classes and skill cards that you'll be able to get. So some will give you a buff to attack, some will debuff, some will be an attack, and some will be a tactical move. So a card will be one of the 4 types. Each card will be played with 2 different types of costs, stamina or mana. Deals with 2 types of damage, physical and elemental damage. I like that. That usually works very well in games. A monster has 6 body parts, as I was mentioning. Each body part corresponds to 1 skill card. 9 classes multiplied by 6 body parts gives 54 body parts in total, and each body part will have different variants. An Inception monster has a possibility to get legendary skill cards and different skill effects compared to normal skill cards. So, wow. An Inception monster has the ability to get legendary skill cards. So that's why Inception monsters are going to have so much value if you do get those legendary skill cards that you won't be able to get with normal monsters. And then we've got the fact that 9 classes multiplied with 6 body parts, 54 body parts. Does that mean that there's also 54 different skill cards that you'll get? What we will see at the very beginning of this game is a quick analysis of what are the best cards, what are the best parts to be able to get, because on launch, when we're hatching some of those monsters, we're not going to know, and so we won't know when to maybe stop hatching if you're wanting to get a really, really good combination. So what I'm going to try and do is, as soon as this comes out, as soon as we get it available, I'm going to try collate, and we'll work together as a community to try and collate all the information on the different Inception monsters, monsters available, and see whether we can figure out what are the best ones that you want to go for, so that, you know, when you're hatching, you might, you know, only have $400, and you might hatch 3 and they're the best ones that you can get, or best combination, so then you can stop hatching after that. It might be though that we don't get all the information. It might be that we don't find out what skill cards they'll have, but we'll see. We'll find out on the 22nd. So yeah, the marketplace release, Sale of Chronos 0 and Money STT liquidity pool launch is going to be around that time as well. The hatching information, so how we're going to be able to do it. So 5 days are required for a monster to be incubated from egg to adult. So we are not going to be able to actually hatch our egg. We're not going to be able to find out what we've got initially. So we're going to click the hatch button, and then after 5 days, that's when we will have the adult stage, and stats will only be available in the adult stage, not when they are just a little old egg. Monster attributes will find out strength, agility, and intelligence. So Monday, tomorrow, I might not show it then. Does that mean Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? By Friday, those with Inception monsters will have the first hatched monsters. What's going to be interesting is how long it'll take for the marketplace to come out. So trading info. When trading does come in, cosmetics, monster, Jalaka, core, monster cores will be available for trading. Users can either buy or sell through the trade or auction mechanism. The tax will be deposited into the Master Chef smart contract, and a tax will be implemented for each trade. This is going to be really good because it will help sustain the economy of the money token, which is what we want. We don't want one of these up and downers. You know, up and downers are fun. You know, like MTR, they're fun if you get in early, but then eventually their oracle system is rubbish. This could have been a nice stable coin, but that the oracle doesn't kick in and go, okay, we need to start paying out less rewards. It just says, okay, well, we'll just pay out those rewards and people can just keep selling off, and then it just tanks. I mean, if you got in when I got in on this, we'll have made easy ROI on this and then beyond. That's Moots to Revenge if you haven't checked out that game. But yeah, they just die, and then people lose confidence in the coin. Monster Infinite, I do not want to see that happen to the coin. I want to see it, you know, just like Axie Infinity, actually build upon it. And I want, because of the play features, I want it to be something that you want to put more money. Guild of Guardians came up with the new concept of play and earn, not play to earn, and I like that. I think that is exactly where we should be heading, is play and earn, because, you know, the first one suggests that you are playing to earn. You're just purely playing to earn. And some of us might be, you know, some games that we might be probably playing, you know, games that are just click and play. We are playing to earn, really. But the play and earn is that we get that enjoyment whilst we earn as we're playing, and that's going to be better for the future. So really looking forward to it. A lot of good things coming in the next couple of days. The project is moving forward nicely. These guys must have worked so hard to develop their own monster chain. It must have taken so much work. You know, kudos to Jack, Hawkong, and the fellow tech team for making this happen. But this means the promise of 0 gas fees is done. You know, multi-chain compatible, still managed to cope through. This is going to be so good, because think about, you know, how much you're paying in gas fees across games now. You know, maybe some on lesser fees, on chains with lesser fees. Polygon, like, you're not paying that much in gas. Cardi chain, you're not paying much gas. But, you know, this game wouldn't work on Ethereum. Binance Smart Chain, it would still cost a lot in gas fees over time. So this is going to be really good for the game, I think, as well. And you know, having their own chain, it doesn't mean they have to worry about competition from other people. You know, if you're on the Ethereum chain, have you ever been on the Ethereum chain while a big sale's going on? It's slow as hell. It takes ages for gas fees to go through, and the gas prices go astronomical. But being that it's their own chain, they don't have to worry about other people using it, because they're using it just purely for this. So, real big feat, something that you have, you know, you're not going to see in many games coming out. And yeah, everything's relying on the ready-made chains already. So it just shows the quality of the team, you know, what they're actually capable and what they've done. So over the next week, I'm going to be doing some giveaways on Monster Infinite. I'm going to be doing some money giveaways so when we find out what that price is, you know, I want to set people up. You know, I want to set up our own little side scholarship system, but not scholarship system, where I'm just, you know, funding people who want to play this game. So look out for a video on that. We'll probably do it around the 22nd, and yeah, it'd be nice to. It might be nice to do a live stream, wouldn't it? Where we could do a live stream and people could tune in, and you know, we could maybe run some competitions or games where people can compete for you know, a 3-pack of monsters. Yeah, that'll be cool. Okay, that's all for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like on the video. Hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content. That is all from me. See you guys soon.